everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be expressing our anger towards K-pop companies, specifically ones that I think have sabotaged their own groups in the past. Whatever the reason may be, in my eyes, all of the companies that we're going to be talking about today have caused their own groups to not be as popular or successful as they could be. And whether this sort of sabotage was intentional or not, that doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, all of these companies failed their own artists. I'm going to be talking about brief instances where I feel like these companies took a step in the wrong direction, and even though I'm definitely no professional businessman, I'm gonna be giving some basic commentary as to how I think these companies could have done better. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to support me, consider leaving a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's talk about the first company. Raise your hand if you think Lovelyz deserved better. Now keep your hand raised if you think giving Lovelyz 2 comebacks during essentially their last 3 years of activity was a good idea. I better not see any hands raised, because why did Woollim Entertainment think that it was a good idea to basically ignore their most successful active group for the last 3 years of their contract? Yes, I know they have Infinite who are technically still active, but they're not really active at all right now, so I did not count them. And I understand that Woollim had 3 younger groups that they wanted to focus on in Golden Child, Rocket Punch, and Drippin', but it's not like that means you should ignore your only group that does well on the domestic charts. And now that Lovelyz has disbanded and all of the members except one have left the company, including the variety star Miju, my question is, who's gonna make the money? Because Eunbi solo didn't do well, and Chaewon isn't even in the company anymore, so am I supposed to think that Golden Child's physical album sales are supposed to fund 3 groups and a soloist? Because unless that's what I'm supposed to believe, I don't understand how Woollim's gonna continue to operate. Is there a hidden Infinite comeback right around the corner? Is there a plethora of actors who are under Woollim that I just don't know about? Because from my outside opinion, it seems like Woollim Entertainment has absolutely no idea what they're trying to do as a company. And instead of running like an organized business, Woollim Entertainment seems to be more like a sinking ship. Also, just a side note here, naming a group Drippin' was also sabotage. Now I totally get that not every post-produce group act is gonna be the most successful thing ever, but I really want to know the secret that MBK Entertainment is keeping from us, that somehow turns groups with members from I.O.I and X1 into the most nuku of nuku groups ever. To be completely honest, I'm not sure exactly what MBK Entertainment has done to sabotage their groups, but at least for Daya, I can tell you that literally plagiarizing Tinashe was not the best business strategy. If you know, you know, and if you don't, just look up Daya and Tinashe, you'll see exactly what I mean. Not to get too deep into that though, it also seems that when it comes to Daya and BAE173, MBK Entertainment doesn't really seem to know how to market their less popular members. You know, I totally get that the more popular members are the ones who get invited on variety shows and stuff like that, but I'm looking at these 2 groups' YouTube channels and it doesn't seem like there's any covers, any vlogs, nothing to keep the ones who didn't have any solo schedules busy and help build a fanbase. Looking at BAE173 specifically, they debuted in late 2020 and they only have 120 videos on their YouTube channel. And this may be a bit of an unfair comparison, but if you look at IVE, who also have 2 members who used to be in a produce group, they debuted less than 3 months ago and they already have half the amount of videos that BAE173 do on their YouTube channel. You know, MBK decided to put all of these different members into their 2 groups, but then they don't do anything with them. They don't utilize them to make content. Are they just rotting in the dungeon? Does the company even acknowledge them? It doesn't really seem like it. And to me, it seems like this company doesn't want to take any initiative to boost their group's popularity. Oh, and they also used to manage Coed School and Tiara, and if you know anything about those 2 groups, then you know that there is just a lack of competence. So we all know that Jellyfish is absolutely terrible and dropped the ball majorly when it comes to Gugudan, but I've talked about how Jellyfish has sabotaged Gugudan before on my channel, so if you want to see that video where I talked about it for basically like 3 minutes straight, I'll link it in the top right. Something different that I wanted to talk about though is Jellyfish's management of their group VIXX. So VIXX is undeniably Jellyfish's most successful group ever, and although for the past 2 or 3 years most of the members were in the periods of their lives where they had to serve the military, the year before their enlistment period started, there seemed to be a very apparent lack of activities as a full group, and actually it goes even a little bit further than that. From October 2017 to March 2019, the group only had 1 full Korean comeback, which is really confusing to me because VIXX is Jellyfish's most profitable group, and their contracts were still valid for that entire time, only being up for renewal in April of 2019. And I don't understand why Jellyfish decided to ignore the market that they had the strongest grip on, the Korean general public. I think it would have been a lot smarter to really amp up the full group activities before the members had to enlist, but instead of rolling into their mandatory hiatus with a bang, VIXX sort of left off with a whimper, and I fear that the lack of activities before the members had to leave will cause less people to tune in when they all come back. And as for Verivery, that's a but completely different topic for another day. I'm gonna say something controversial that I feel like needs to be said. Cube's biggest sabotage of CLC's career was letting them release Hobgoblin. I'm not going to deny that the concept change really did help the group grab an international audience. However, by doing that, they also kind of turned off the entire Korean general public from the group. See, before the concept change, the group didn't necessarily dominate the Korean charts, but they at least always made an appearance on the Gaon Digital Top 200. After the concept change, they never showed up there again. Cube spent 2 years really building this cute and bright image for CLC, but then with Hobgoblin, they just threw this all away. If they debuted with this girl crush concept, then Hobgoblin wouldn't have shocked anybody. But the drastic concept change makes me think that Cube didn't really know what they wanted to do with CLC in the first place, and they sort of just defaulted to this cute image because it was the exact opposite of what 4-Minute was. The company probably didn't want people to see CLC as just another 4-Minute, but then later I feel like they realized that girl crush is the only thing that they really know how to do well. It's really interesting because Cube's new girl group Lightsum has debuted with a really similar concept to that of CLC's original one, that sort of bubblegum cute image. And since it doesn't necessarily seem like Lightsum is achieving massive success right off the bat, I could see Cube pulling another CLC and giving Lightsum a drastic concept change in a year or two, but we shall see. As we all know, Cube has so many other groups and they've somehow managed to sabotage all of them, but I don't want to be here all day, so let's just leave it at CLC and move on to the next section. This one is going to be more of a rant than anything, so prepare yourself. Top media, do anything right with MCND challenge, go. Don't make Movin' the title track challenge, go. Stop making your group only cover Western artists because all of your fans are K-pop fans and they want to see your group do K-pop dance covers challenge, go. Be more transparent and let us know what your plans are for the boys in the future. If you have any plans at all, challenge, go. Like, how are you doing everything wrong? Everything wrong. Every single thing that you've been doing has been wrong, top media. You, the person listening, you do not understand. You do not understand the frustration that I have for this company. Where is the comeback? Where is the full album? Why are we still in our hiatus era? I need answers and I need them now. Because the beginning of last year was so good. We got a report literally telling us top media's entire plans for their artists for the first half of the year. We got Crush, an amazing comeback. We got like 500 million different dance practices for it. We even got a promoted B-side that they performed on music shows for like 4 weeks. We had consistent content. Everything was there. Now, where did that energy go? Where's the transparency? Where's the constant activities? Where are the comebacks? This company is gonna be the death of me, I swear. Please help me save this group from Nugadum. I'm trying my hardest, but we need to save them, but whatever for now. I guess that concludes this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, consider leaving a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, consider hitting the subscribe button. As you can see, I do not like K-pop companies. They are not my friends. But I like my viewers. You guys are cool. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again in another video. And without further ado, peace out, guys.